Hello everyone and welcome back to the Valleys of Death campaign for Combat Mission Shock Force 2. I thought that for this part and for the coming parts I might actually include the briefing in these videos, as it might be interesting for you the viewer to see kind of the story developing in between these missions. Provide some background for the objectives we have today and the objectives we completed in the previous mission. So I'll do that from now on. Feel free to read through this, pause the video and read through this yourself. I'll go through it a little bit more quickly. So in the last mission we entered the village in the forest. People there weren't hostile, they weren't too friendly either. They'll probably provide the enemy with just as much intel as they provided us with. The enemy does use that forest, as we saw in the last mission, to move their forces through every now and then. There has been a explosion on the main road. There's a vehicle that exploded. It was spotted by a coalition plane, so we're gonna have to check that out. Also, we're going to be reinforced before too long by 2nd platoon, but they will also need a combat outpost. They're not gonna join us in ours. It's pretty crowded already as it is, and it would be nice to extend our control of the area by having an extra cop there. So one of our objectives today, probably our most important objective, is to scout out 3 possible locations for Cop Baker. Right, and we've been reinforced by some engineers who will have to scout out the areas and find out which one is the best suited for putting up a cop. And they will have to be egressed by helicopter when they're done. More news. Might be IEDs in the open now. Apparently that's been done in other areas around US bases. IEDs in the open, so we'll have to keep a lookout for that. And that's basically it for this one. So I have set up our forces in the teams that I'd like them to be in for this mission. I've decided to leave a little bit more back at base this time, since we're gonna be venturing out pretty far. As you can see, there's the 3 possible sites for a new cop, and there is the vehicle explosion that we're going to be investigating. It's all pretty far away from the base. Most of our forces are going to be out, so I want a somewhat more sizable force back at base here. So it's going to be 1 extra squad that I'm leaving behind. 3rd squad, 3 teams. See that one, and here. It's just a little bit of extra firepower so they can hold out at least until I can get a quick reaction force back. I have divided the rest up into 3 teams. This one here with 4 vehicles, this one here with 3 vehicles, and this other one here also with 3 vehicles. The first one is platoon command and the engineers, divided up into Humvees, the engineers. They are going to go off out of the base, down here, disembark probably here, move into this area, recon it, and then slowly move along the mountain. I hope they will be able to stay on this side and just edge their way past here so they're not exposed to the village here, but they'll move their way up to recon point 2. After that, I think I'm gonna put them back in the Humvees, and they'll drive across the main road up to this point, more or less, and then move on foot up to Recon Baker Charlie. So that's their job. The other team, the ones that are in 4 Humvees, right here, that's 2nd squad, the entirety of 2nd squad, which is still entirely intact. It consists of the fire support team and the sniper team. What I'm going to do with them is move towards the vehicle explosion to investigate that, and I'm going to set up some kind of a overwatch, I think about here, the sniper team and the fire support team. They will also be able to support to some extent the engineer teams that are looking into these areas here. They'll provide cover Second squad will move in, secure the area, and this area needs to be occupied, so we have to be there all the time throughout the mission and occupy it once we hit the ceasefire button, or we won't attain that objective. I've placed some target reference points around. I'm not entirely sure where to expect the enemy. We know they move through these woods here, so I put one there. I've put another in here in case we need to throw down some artillery around these points. Thrown down some here in the woods because these woods are extremely dangerous as they can look down onto this location here. And then one over here just in case. I think I might actually move that. But well, better safe than sorry. I'll leave it there. As for the locations of these possible combat outpost sites, I think this one is off the tables. It's extremely exposed, extremely small. I think Baker or and Bravo, the second points, that's an option, but I'm pretty positive it's going to be this one in the end. It's got higher walls, it's got multiple buildings. You could possibly store a platoon here, even though it will be a bit crowded. You can't really do that in either of the other compounds. So we're probably going to be getting this one, but that's just what I think. And we'll have to see in coming missions. First we'll have to get through this one. So let's set up the first orders. These teams will move out. I will do a little bit of a sweep and see if there's any suspicious changes in the terrain around our base that might indicate someone has put down an IED. I'm not sure what to look for here, but I'm gonna do a quick sweep around direct directly around the base. I'm not really seeing anything that I would classify as suspicious. There's a couple rocks here that might indicate something, so I'm gonna steer clear of those. Other than that, I'm not really seeing anything, to be honest. Alright, so across the road here, I think we'll pause real quick on the edge of the terrain there, regroup. There, oh well, let's not do that. We're just gonna get stuck, so I'll start the mission. Wait for that guy to get out, then give him his orders. Wait for him to get out. And now he can go as well. This is a very small team, but I'm not really expecting major engagements up here, except with whatever could be down there. But I don't really want to get into that kind of engagement. I just want to get into these compounds, touch the objective, and move on in the cover of these hills. If necessary, I'll move down each time. And okay, that's fire coming in. It might be coming from Recon Baker Bravo, actually. Let's hold the vehicles up for now, so we don't get in range of any heavier weapons. This was earlier contact than I was expecting. It's gotta be up there, right? Nope, that's further away. That's somewhere up there. That's interesting. Not spotting it. Oh god, that's a heavy weapon. That was a penetration. Let's see. No serious damage, no casualties. That's somewhere up on that hill. No one can friggin' see it. What's the range here? It's extreme range even for the snipers, but I think I'm gonna get him out. Get him up the roof here. Same story with the fire support team. We need to get artillery down ASAP on that location. Okay, we're gonna need to reverse these vehicles. This guy's already getting the right ID. We need eyes on whatever it is. There we are. It's got, yeah, that's a Dishka. Had to be. If it's doing damage to the Humvees, it's gotta be something really heavy. Well, I'm glad they opened fire as early as they did. Gives us a chance to take him out. They won't really be able to move that thing at any speed. Okay. Well, with hindsight, I probably should have put a target reference point down there. Let's just keep in our memory where that was. There's a road here, and where there's kind of a U in the road. That's where he's at. In case we lose contact. I can see him. He can though, so let's have him open fire. It's pretty extreme range. And if he won't take care of it, we can always use the artillery. Lost contact. He's still shooting at us. Pretty accurately at that. Okay, make it fast, guys. Okay, should be able to see it now. We want some precision rounds right on that position. I can't see it. Precision, personnel, immediate. 2 minutes out.
Over.
Let's see where that lands. In the meantime, let's get some 50s working on that position. I think it's pretty extreme range for the 240s. But the 50s will be able to get there, because, you know, the enemy's using the 50s well against us. There we go. Alright, there, please. Let's see what kind of a reaction we're going to get out of that. Got another 50 here, which you can't see apparently, probably because of the dust. They're kicking up by reversing. Shit, that's a casualty. Okay, nothing too serious, fortunately. But I don't want to take out my my Humvees right now. Really do that. This guy's firing. This guy should be able to see right now. So let's have him open up as well. He needs to suppress that thing before the artillery comes down. Or rather, he needs to suppress it before it does more damage. I was not expecting to get ambushed that early. Yeah, spotted him again. These guys aren't going to do anything with their 5.56 weapons from this distance. There's no use even giving them the order to open fire. 50 here can do some work though. Pinning him down. Just gotta wait for the artillery to come down. Ah shit, they're moving. Really was hoping they wouldn't do that. Yeah, they're moving with the weapon. Crap. Really was hoping that would not happen. It's no use blind firing. The guys that can see him can open up. Guys that can't can cease fire. No use wasting the ammo. Okay,
Roger.
stopped
Fire
for
perfect.
now. No, still moving. I'm hoping that howitzer coming down here will still get him. It is anti-personnel, it's probably airburst, so there's a good chance he's still in the danger zone here. Plus he's moving back towards it.
End of mission. Out.
Unfortunate. Not much can be done. As long as he's moving, I'm not going to call another fire mission. Just a waste of ammo. Those that can see him can keep on firing. Those that cannot. These guys are okay, right? Yeah, they're okay. Phew, thank God. Alright. I'm gonna start moving again. That was a hell of a dangerous one. To the edge here. If there's any IED-like disturbances in the terrain that I can tell. Okay. Just kind of lost contact with the Dishka again. Gunner is hurt, but his weapon is still up and running. It's an extremely dangerous weapon for us. See if he stopped moving. If he has, we might be able to cool down another howitzer shell on him. Let's see where he is. Right there, yeah, he is deploying it again, I think. So I'm gonna have my fire support team cool down some hate. Let's see, where is he exactly? Right, just there, by the road. Okay. Right there, please. I can do it faster now because they've already cooled down a mission right here.
Over.
Let's hope he stays put and we get him this time. So Dishka is definitely worth an extra 155 shell. I'd really like to take that thing out. It's firing again. Can deploy that thing really quickly. Would be tempting to start firing at it with small arms right now, but kind of want the howitzer to take it out. Let's make the other team ready to deploy. As much as I would like to make sure that thing is dead, I don't want to waste too much time. Let's see, where were those rocks we saw earlier? Right there. Gonna stay away from there. Move through here between the village and the hill there. I'm not gonna move right through. I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious. There could be ambushes set up on the hill or here. Since we've got the time, again,
Roger.
I'm gonna move through slowly.
Out.
Okay. Some more infantry contacts? No, that's just a Dishka, I think. Will that thing run out of ammo at any point?
Fire for effect. Out.
It's not be too hasty. Alright, fire for effect. Should have that thing coming in. He's still spotted. So let's see what the result is. 1 insurgents versus 155 shell. Airburst. You, good sir,
End of mission.
have
Out.
been deleted from the face of the earth. Alright, great. Oh, okay. Looks like we're gonna receive some company from over here. Alright, interesting. Good thing I left some more protection back at the base. As a matter of fact, I think I can deploy the QRF vehicles in a defensive position. See if we can welcome those guys. Let's dismount them because these guys are here. I think I'm gonna keep them here too. For now at least. We might have to help out that enemy attack that seems to be coming in. Got some heavy weapons to bear over there. I'll just use a single squad here in their Humvees. Get bogged down again. Not quite. Alright. God's sakes. Learn to drive, please. Alright. As for these guys, time to move down, I think. Let's do a quick scan for any terrain deformation first. Seeing anything out of the ordinary? So if we move down. There's no telling if this is just some enemy activity unrelated to us or whether they're actually mounting a counterattack or an attack on the Cop as soon as the other forces are gone, but I'm confident we've got enough firepower here to hold them off if push comes to shove. Pigs are moving down the hill here. Doing good so far. Matter of fact, if we want to get into this compound, we have to move through this tiny little hole and expose ourselves to the entirety of that valley. That's something I'd like to prevent if possible. And these guys got demo charges, so I'll just have to move through the wall here. Take some advantage of the fact that during the next mission, the wall will be repaired magically. Because thank you, combat mission. Please no immobilizations. Not receiving any fire from any of these compounds, that's good. I think we're gonna be safe to move up there. Taking it slow down that hill, that's fine. So if these guys move up, I'm debating to possibly move around here. That way we won't have to worry about the village here. We can move up to here, clear the hilltop, and then move on to this little compound, clear that. And only once we've done that, look into that explosion there. And again, we've got the time, so I think that's what I'll do. Let's hope we don't get bogged down again. And let's check the terrain for possible IEDs. I doubt they just put them right out into the open without any logic as to their placement, but you never know. Another quick scan of the terrain here. I'm getting closer to a road, so there's going to be a higher risk of IEDs here. Once again, I'm just going to refuse to use the road. Send engineers up first. So they can't get up there at all. They'll have to walk. No more enemies spotted there, but I'm going to keep those vehicles in position for now. I think I will if these guys mount up though. Try and get them up here perhaps. It's a really interesting dynamic where I can just decide where on the map to put my forces basically. It's just that I don't know where the enemy's gonna be. Okay, these guys have made it. Let's move them up a little further. And disembark one fire team, clear that hill, and move on after. Driving really slowly here. Not sure why that is. But it's fine by me, we're in no hurry. Got all day. These guys are in. Let's have them move up after these guys. I really like that we can call in those extremely precision shots with the howitzers even without a target reference point. That was just right on target. I'm sure it did help that we used the fire support team to call it in. Maybe if we had one of the team leaders call it in, it wouldn't have been that accurate. But I am happy so far, definitely. Okay, first engineer team, let's have them probe up the mountain, see. Yeah, they can walk all the way up here, that's great. But I'll only breach once we've got all our forces in position, because there could be enemy inside here. Seems to be safe though, in terms of IEDs. So I'll get the other vehicles up. I think it's a good idea to not approach that explosion from the main road. You're just asking to get ambushed from all sides here. Especially this village, this compound, or here. So I'd rather move around, set up a position here, or perhaps on the edge here, and then move on to the explosion. Make me feel a lot safer. Let's dismount these guys. Alright, they're out. Get a move on, boys. Once they've cleared that, I'm gonna move these two teams up to that hill. At least for the time being. There's no getting the vehicles up there without using this road. And I'm not using that road. I just won't. could theoretically use the engineers actually to check for IEDs here, I guess, but I don't know, I won't need to. There's just going to be new IEDs in the next mission, and we don't need to use the road for this mission, so I'm going to leave it. We go up the hill on a hot Afghan summer day. Move this Vic up to the base of the hill. Start moving these two around. These guys get here okay. So up to the next point. It's really interesting how in the previous mission we cleared all of these areas, but we get to see now that in every mission again and again and again we'll have to clear each area we go through, because at night the enemy could have gone basically anywhere and be waiting for us in ambush. So it's really interesting, an interesting dynamic that I think is true, because that's really what happened during the ISAF operations in Afghanistan, where once you were in a certain village or location you controlled it, but once you left it was really just easy for the enemy to infiltrate back in. There's no real way to keep controlling such a large area without having enormous amounts of troops in it, which is not realistic. Don't need to run, easy. To clear the hill first. Is this guy bogged down? Yeah, he's not immobilized fortunately. Alright, slowly trudging up this hill for Recon Baker. These guys have gotten pretty far. As long as we can stay out of view of the rest of the valley, I'm happy. So we'll think we'll breach right here, or right here. That way we'll hopefully stay out of view, recon the site, and be out of there before the enemy even knows what's going on.
Move out, man. Let's go.
Alright, let's check back up here. Still no more contacts up here. Humvee has unbugged itself. These guys are in position. These guys are about to be. More than 100 rounds of 50 cal ammunition for that M107. Must be heavy humping that around. Looks like our wounded guy has got a bit of a limp. Can't get up there too fast. It's okay, I think I feel safe enough to breach with just the engineers in place. Step up there. No surprises, please. Blast through immediately afterwards up to this corner. boys? No one in the building? Really hope there's not a family living here right now. I'm gonna scared the living daylight out of them. Okay, nothing here. Real quick. Scout it out. Get the hell out of here. Alright, out of there. I'm gonna stay here a minute longer than I have to. This guy just got up here and now I'm gonna tell him to move down the hill again. I think I'm gonna keep that squad in the Humvees. This guy's too slow. This is a slow way, but the safest way, I think, to get this stuff done. And in the end, that's what's gonna count. Alright, these guys have made it up to here. We'll clear up to here, and after that, these two teams will take over. Get a great view over the valley. On this side, actually, on this side of the river. Alright. Taliban must really be thinking, what the hell are these guys doing? Just blow a hole through a compound and then they run away again? If only they knew. Okay, apparently this guy can jog, he just can't really walk up a mountain. Can't really blame him. Alright. Alright. Sorry, I was distracted there for a moment. Looks like the enemy is not waiting for us on this hill today. But I'm really not gonna risk just sending guys up there. And without clearing it out first. 'Cause that's asking for trouble if you ask me. Right, everyone's back in the Humvees. Let's keep distance from road. Actually, it's a bit of extra work, but I'd rather stay far away from the road. If I moved on this side of the road, I'd have to stay close to it. So I'm gonna move across the road first, then back, then across the road again. Really slowly and methodically, but man, I do not want to lose anyone, basically. Like any military commander, I'd say. Especially in a war like this. Or that's really the goal of the enemy, just to cause casualties. Because those are hard to justify to the public at home. And the Taliban knows that. Let's find some good positions for both our artillery spotters here. I think this would be pretty okay. Be able to see the vehicle explosion site. The snipers. We'll have them move up here. See what they can see. These guys are moving back to their Vic. These vehicles are moving. So far so good. No serious casualties yet. I think we just suffered one light casualty from that Dishka firing at the Humvees. Doesn't look like they were seriously damaged, so glad about that. Let's check again. Possible IED spots. A little rock here. It could just be terrain, but I prefer to move around it. Especially since there's a bend in the road here where traffic would have to slow down, so this would be an ideal spot for an IED. Let's give that a bit of a wider berth. I want to take unnecessary risks. There's always also the risk of getting incoming fire from up here. You can't see right now, but I think this is all trees. Let me see. Oh no, it isn't. Below it and above it is trees, but this is all just rock. Alright. Okay, see how these vehicles fare here. Maybe I'm just paranoid about that little rock, but I'm rather be paranoid than dead. Let's dismount. Leave these guys in here. They're not very fast anyway. Start moving up again. This is kind of an annoying one, as we have to expose ourselves to the enemy to get into that position. Oh boy. We're getting some eyes now on that vehicle explosion. Seems to be fairly busy here. Oh yeah, that's a truck full of fighters. Maybe it's kind of a roadblock they set up and they destroyed that vehicle because it didn't stop or something. There's a PKT in there. What's that? Is that 762? Okay. Alright, well, since they apparently do not see my forward observers yet, I think we're gonna lay down some hate. These guys are gonna be sorry. And we spotted people in here. There's obviously the driver in here and in there, but not as worried about them. What I really want to take out is this here bad boy. So let's give it a precision shot again. General, immediate, confirm. Should be dead in 1 minute. I love that. They just have no idea we're here yet. Normally it's the other way around with the Taliban. They know you're there, and you're just waiting to get shot at. In this case we seem to have the upper hand here. These guys might also get a shot onto those vehicles from here. See how the engineers are doing. Working their way up the hill. Nothing scary yet. I don't want to miss that shot coming down. Once I hear the fire for effect, I'll be looking over there. Hang on. Is that you firing? Aiming? Yeah. I think he's fired a shot with the 50 cal. Let's hope it doesn't cause him to move. Shit, they're moving. Damn it. Let's make these guys hide for now, so they don't open
Fire
fire.
for effect.
It's a
Out.
waste of a shell. Could have gotten these guys. We may have triggered some kind of counterattack now. Damn it. You live and you learn. Maybe the shell will damage these other two pickup trucks. It's a big old boom after all. Oh! Actually missed. Killed these two guys. Possibly even hit this guy if he was still here. Alright, not too bad. I think we can allow this guy to fire freely now. Start moving up towards that compound. Engineers are nearly up top the hill. I think they can just hop over this here wall. Won't have to blow it. They will have to expose themselves to get in here. I think I'll just have to run in, run out really quickly. Okay, you guys get up to here. Are you exposing our flanks at all? Not really. No, should be good. I don't want to get into any protracted firefights here. There's no use. We won't be able to build fire superiority with just the engineers. Just going to be in and out. Let's have them check inside the buildings though. Can they hop the fence? Yeah, they can. Or the wall rather. Just check. Stand up against these buildings. Check through the windows if there's anybody inside. No nasty surprises. Okay. Now for the pièce de résistance. Move really quickly in there. And the moment I see the objective change. Come on. There we go. Boom. Get back here. Fast as your legs can carry you. Bit gamey maybe, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Alright, it's the second compound checked out. Let's see. They're not tired, so I'm gonna have to jog down the hill towards their Vix. Oops. Alright. Let's move up our vehicles here. There's a lot of open space there. It's fine by me. Just hope none of our Humvees get stuck in the mud or something. Quick sweep for possible IEDs again. I know I'm being paranoid, but you never know. Looks clear. No freshly dug earth that I can see. Engineers moving down. Downhill should be easier than uphill, obviously. It's tiring though, this guy. The reason I did it in this order is because the extract for the engineers is right next to objective Charlie. So once they recon that, they can get back out real quick. Thing is, this one is really exposed. I doubt this will ever become the fob. You can see it already has some battle damage. So I'm pretty scared about moving in here. I'm not worried about fire from up there. We checked that. That's clear. But just look at the hills, the woods, all around us. I'm really scared of what that could have in store for us. I'm not seeing the vehicles anymore. I didn't see if they moved, obviously. They probably did. This guy is bugged, not immobilized. Thank God. Just a piece of grass, man. You're gonna make it more complicated than it really is. Alright, seems like everyone's back in their Vix here. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Especially since the ID threat there. I'm gonna move back across this road. Across here. Along here. Over this rough terrain. Going under the assumption that the enemy won't mine it because it is so rough. Move across here. And do the rest of the thing up on foot. It's probably for the best. Alright, quite a way to drive. Quite rough terrain as well. Let's cross the road safely again. And see from there. No more spots up here. Looks clear enough, but move a little bit further, disembark and check to make sure. Leave the 50 cal in the vehicle. Disembark these two. Move up to check. You always hear how much time it took for units to get from A to B. You know, just a 10-kilometer patrol could take hours and hours. An entire day even. I'm starting to understand why now. I really don't want to leave anything to chance. I want to check every possible ambush position. Check every piece of road that might have an IED. There we go. The thing about these engineers is they're slightly more expendable to me because they're not part of the core unit. They're not part of the core company that I command. You know, any units I lose from my company will be lost forever. I don't know if there's going to be any replacements throughout the campaign, but I doubt there's going to be many. And these guys I'll probably never see again. So I'll be slightly less careful with those engineers. Alright, seems like all is well here. Go to the building real quick. This must be pretty heavy on the vehicles. Always choosing the rough terrain, never using the roads. It's just safer. Alright, this is now declared clear. Back in the vehicles and we'll prepare to crest this ridge line. See what's up. I think I'll disembark before we do. I'd rather not have a surprise RPG in the face with one of those Humvees. Let's guy should also be getting some eyes up there. Ah, there's a bit of a hill here. Terrain isn't as flat as it looks from above. A bit of downhill terrain there. Alright, now comes the scary part. If we get really engaged here, I'm gonna move up the quick reaction force in support, because these guys, these engineers in the platoon HQ on their own aren't gonna cut it. In fact, I'm gonna leave the platoon HQ up here with their vehicle to watch that area for enemy activity. These guys can dismount. Let's kill these guys once they're stopped. Alright. Sniper and forward observers aren't seeing anything anymore down there. Might have prematurely scared them off. Oh well. Up towards the edge here. We'll see what's up. We go. Oh, get another vehicle spotted again. It's like they've moved back slightly, but this doesn't look like a VBIED, and there's just a driver and a have M4s? Can't really tell from here, but looks like they've got M4s. Strange. Might be a bug. I'll actually move forward a little further so the gunners can actually see that vehicle. But they can't be seen from down here yet. Contact. No, stop. You stop soon. Anyone hit? Yeah, that's actually a sizable team. It's a sizable team. They would have been in a great position to ambush anyone coming down this road. I think they're in trouble now. Three Humvees, two 240s, and a 50 cal. That's really a no fun zone right here. Yep. Excellent. In the meantime, these guys have gotten pretty far already without getting shot at. I think I'll move them through this gully here. It'll be kind of a bit of defilade. The last stretch is just open ground. Nothing can be done about that. Well, since we're not doing anything else, why don't we give these guys a little high explosive surprise?
Requesting fire mission. Over.
What could one of these shells possibly cost? Can't be that much, right? Yeah, guys, really not your day. Just this guy left, and that's that. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Still shooting? Ah, they're already shooting at that vehicle. Makes it kind of redundant to hit it with a shell.
Check fire, check fire, check fire.
They're gonna be happy. Alright, moving up.
Move out, man. Let's go.
Let's hope there's no more Dishkas. Took the one out. Let's hope it stays at that. Right, that vehicle's burning. Or smoking at least. And where there is smoke, there is fire. Let's disembark the boys. Take a peek over the ridge line. One runner, probably vehicle crewman. What I am scared of is that PKT technical and where that went. Oh boy. Now that was exactly what I was afraid of and why I didn't move the Humvees up. Let's see. That was that guy firing the RPG. That guy firing an RPG. There's that guy, but I think there's also the vehicle down here. I hope not. But I think there is. Yeah, there it is. These guys can see it. Let's give it all we've got. Okay, we're engaging that successfully. These guys received another RPG around the ears. Excellent shot. Whoever used that AT-4 there. Excellent shot. At least I believed an AT-4 was used. RPG after RPG. I think they've only got anti-tank rockets, otherwise we'd have taken some more casualties by now. Can the snipers see any of that? You'd think they would. 700 meters. It's well within range of the 50 cal sniper rifle. Okay, you guys engage that RPG. You guys engage that RPG. You guys engage whatever you see. Pinned down anyway. Jesus Christ, look at this. Very serious ambush there. If we'd gone by the road here, we'd have been toast. Okay, how are we doing up here? No shooting going on. That's good. Move down into this bit. Oh, please stop with the RPGs. One of these days you're gonna hit, you know. We've got a lot of ammo for those things. They're pinning me down pretty successfully. Again. Jesus Christ, dude. I'd move back into the vehicles, but they just get toasted. Open up, my guys. Open up. 300 meters. Be easy enough to hit with a 5.56 round. There we go. Pin him down. Pin him down. Finish him off. What's that? You. She's using an 84. Not sure on what. On him. Nice try. Oh, excellent 40 Mike. An explosion. Okay, it might have been a 40 mil. Yeah, it was. Thank God. I heard it to my left, so I was afraid something was going on here. We seem to be okay here for now. Still no fire coming up. I'm gonna have one of these teams make a rush towards the wall. Once they reach that, they'll be safe at least from those mountains. Make it a fast one, actually. We doing up here? It's kind of a miracle we didn't take any serious casualties yet. Could still happen, but I think he ran out of ammo because he's got his handgun in hand now. Looks like the immediate danger has been averted. Okay, since that is the case and we've taken out presumably both of these AT teams, I'm gonna pull back these teams one by one and start manning the machine guns. Feel a lot safer doing that now. The RPG gunner here's a casualty. He could still, the other guys could still pick up the RPG, obviously. But okay, make it fast, boys. They're shooting at us, bastards. Just gotta make sure we keep fire on them at all times and don't maneuver with everyone at the same time. Okay, guys. You see him? Not yet. Move up a little. You give him hell with that 50. So put that guy down. And over to these. These are the most dangerous. Come on, don't be shy. Get that 50 for a reason. Alright, they made it. If they make that, I think they might make it up here. Let's watch. And no surprises, no surprises. They're already tired, can't move fast anymore. But they made it. You are my heroes. That's that taken care of. Leaves only this part here. And obviously defending the base. I think if we didn't destroy them, we at least shut them up for now. Which makes me feel safe enough to move another team back here. Keep these guys in Overwatch. Probably ought to resupply him with some ammo here. Going through it pretty quickly. Give them another 255-56 round. And unfortunately no 40 Mike ammo in the Humvees. Let's see. Guys. And we're getting another spot in, it seems. Maybe you just killed them. Alright, the engineers are free to extract now. So let's have them do that. Move into... basically up here I think is the safest. Same for them. Okay. These guys, some more 5.56, they really went through it there. Let's see. Give them 350 extra. Start moving up. Slowly. Uh-oh. Oh no, okay. It's because they're extracting. I thought they were getting shot at here. Because of the flashing icons. Alright. Seem to have done okay there.
Okay, Sergeant.
They're gone. These guys should be gone in a couple seconds. Just you. Come on. Get out of there. Maybe he's not quite in the area. He should be. Let's give it a little while longer. Yeah, there he goes. Alright. That's that done for. Still looking okay here. Secure that area and occupy it, and that'll be the last of our objectives, if I'm not mistaken. Protect up, 3 possible sites, extract the engineers, investigate the vehicle. Yeah. So that's all. We need to occupy that area. And that's that. I think I won't need any additional forces to do so. I'll leave them over there. I'll trip over any IEDs we might have missed. Okay, I think, yeah, that's the 50, so I'll leave him up here. Just in case there's someone hiding behind that wall or something. Move the other vehicles up. Disembark there. I want to be careful around this thing. It could be an IED. You never know. The way it looks like to me is just the insurgents set up a roadblock here. Possibly trying to ambush my guys. And a civilian vehicle came up and unfortunately was either mistaken for us or they just didn't care. And they shut that thing up. Mount these guys. Faster. Move around that vehicle. Alright, that's far enough. Dismount. Alrighty. So far so good. This guy carrying an extra M4? I think he is. Might have taken one of the squad mate earlier on. But we didn't lose any of the wait a minute, yes we did, didn't we? There used to be 4 guys in this one, I think. Did lose 1 guy apparently. I must have missed that. That's unfortunate. But at least they took care of him or they wouldn't have his weapon on them. Don't see any buddies lying back here, lighting up, so I think they took care of him. That's unfortunate though. Thought we made it out without casualties. Right, we're in position here, so that's it for the mission, I think. Let's call ceasefire. See how we've done. Major victory. Yeah, all objectives, and 1 man killed even. Darn, that was up that ridge here. Must have not been paying attention for a moment and then he got shot. Or hit by an RPG maybe. We killed 14, wounded 9, destroyed 3 vehicles. They got 74 men left. Let's review. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way we tackled both of these engagements. It was actually just kind of 1 engagement here. Because the way we moved up like this is probably the best, put it in the best possible position to deal with these guys, because they were set up to deal with anything coming from the road here. Had we done that, we might have run into some IEDs, and then we would have been ambushed up here. So I'm glad we did it that way. I'm not sure if I could have avoided that one casualty. You know, it's not always possible to avoid every single casualty. The way we moved up and down to these objectives was slow, but it was steady. We didn't receive any enemy fire. Had we moved along this road up here, we would again have had an IED threat, possibly, and we would have been possibly engaged from down here in the village. So I'm glad we handled it the way we did. Apparently there was still one of the crewmen on the Dishka alive. We definitely killed the gunner, we saw that. That was this guy, but apparently there's actually still one lightly wounded guy. Yeah, we killed the gunner right here. One lightly wounded guy that took over. Still had ammo left, but for some reason he didn't open up again. Maybe too rattled. Other than that, there's guys up here, but these were here the previous mission. These weren't supposed to do anything in the scenario, I think. The guys we saw up here at the start of the mission, they've just disappeared, so either we killed them, but I don't think so. We didn't kill that many. 14, 9 wounded. No, I think those were just the guys down here. So I don't know what happened to them. Anyway, that was a fun mission once again. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.